If you want 2026 to be the best year yet for you in real estate, this is where it starts with planning for it, not in January, but right now. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down how to look into your goals, how you are tracking your numbers, and how you can make it work for 2026 by starting with your plans at this moment. And then not only that, I am going to be providing you a free TPT prompt that is going to help you once you understand your numbers, how you can plug it in and you will create your plan for 2026. It cannot get easier than this. So very easy, just comment below planning 2026 and I will be sending you the link for you to download the PDF with all the details and the prompt to help you build your plan for 2026. So as always, before we dive in, make sure you guys are subscribing to the page. We're sending videos every single week to help you with your business, to grow, to wear that little hat of CEO, become your own boss here in real estate. Isn't it the reason why you chose this business? So make sure to hop on topagentwolfpack.com if you actually need a little bit more coaching or want to just, talk about partnerships and whatnot. Please go there and let's book a call with me so we can actually guide you in how to make this happen, because 2026, it is around the corner. So again, make sure you guys are typing on the comments below, planning 2026, and I'll send that link for you for free with the prompts to help you create your plans for this year. But let's go. So let's set the stage with clarity, knowing your numbers. So I'm going to talk if you already are in real estate and know your numbers for right now, as we're closing up 2025, or even if you're still not sure of all of that, you can use your numbers for 2024. Now, if you are a new agent, just pay attention on the questions that I'm asking, because you can use this as well to start thinking about what would you think should be your goals for 2026 as you're getting started. So you can't grow if you don't track. Now it's time to treat your real estate career as a business and not a hobby, because otherwise your paycheck is going to look exactly like that, a hobby. And I think you're here and you're serious because you want this to be a business. So let's put your CEO hat on and just boss up. So grab a paper and pencil, just so that you can tag along and go through the questions. Obviously, this video is going to be recorded. You can always go back and slow down so that you hear all the questions. So let's start understanding your numbers. So as we're preparing for the goals for 2026, this is what you need to put it down on your paper. How many transactions did you close this year? Or if you want to use the numbers of 2024, whichever one it's easier for you, but let's make things simple. What was your GCI, gross commission income? How many leads did it take for you to close those deals? This is very important. Again, tracking is going to help you understand how many people you need to talk to convert into a lead. And this can be all the different types of lead source that you may be using. Again, if you're new, just think about, if you're going to be doing open houses, or if you think about doing cold calling, or if you're going to do other types of lead generations, you probably can reach out and do some researches, even here using ChatGPT or other, Google searches, because you at least give you an average if you don't know your numbers yet, just to help you set a base. And obviously, as you track, you can adjust those numbers. And last but not least, what is your conversion rate? Again, so we want to know how many transactions you closed, what is your current GCI, so how much money have you made out of your commissions? You want to know also how many leads did it take for you to close that, each deal? And then last, what's your conversion rate? And conversion rate, again, is just very simple things. You had to talk to, just using a raw number here as an example, you talk to 25 people to be able to get, into one appointment. Or you talked to 25 people, you got 5 appointments, and out of those 5 appointments, one of them turned into a closing. So it's just understanding that, and you can do things as basic as, creating a spreadsheet and just tracking whatever would work for you. And if being tacky on the computer, it's complicated, just use, a little notepad and just track that way as well. Whatever works for you. But the best thing it is to understand your numbers. So now that you have these numbers, we're going to reverse engineer for your planning on 2026. So it's going to be very easy. So the ChatGPT prompt that I created for you, once you're able to insert those numbers, they're going to be able to spit it out all the answers that you're looking for to have your track plan for 2026. So again, don't forget to put in the comments below if you want that prompt link for you. Just put planning 2026. So here's step 2. If you actually listen to my video from the previous week, I was really talking about how important it is to think like a CEO. And this is where a lot of agents go wrong. They don't take their business serious as a business owner. And so this is a time to remove yourself from thinking as a solo agent into being a business owner. And this is going to help you tremendously, especially in the beginning, or if you're in a place that you're just needing to reset your mindset and putting that hat of CEO for your business. And being a CEO, what does that mean? At least I'm sharing here my thoughts and perspective. And it's looking, onto your business into quarters, not only just weeks. These are going to help you, make changes faster instead of thinking, these are my goal for 2026. And then you wait until, October, November of next year to start looking back of what you can improve. Maybe things are not going the way you wanted. And then you feel discouraged, and most likely it will slow you down. But now, if you're looking into your business in weeks and quarter, I would say you have a little more chance to adapt, adjust, faster, and then continue to make improvements. So you're getting closer and closer to your goals. Another thing you're going to hear a lot in my videos in here that I think it's critical: invest in yourself, invest in your business. So systems, processes, marketing, coaching, all of these things are very important. But last but not least, I encourage you making decisions based on what you're tracking and not emotions. Again, just going back into that hat of CEO. So if you track your numbers and if you need to pivot, you're doing that based on the numbers and not your emotions or something that didn't work, because we all are trying in this business. So the more you adapt, and be consistent, the better it's going to be for you. So also on the prompt that I created for helping with your planning, I do also have a section in there for you to start thinking about your goals, your vision, your mission, because it's also very important to have that clear, defined. And I say, I have a greater vision that I have for my business, but every year I like to have, a new word or something just to kind of ground me, that I go back, to it if things doesn't seem like it's going the way that I hoped or planned, just to help me, get back on track. And this is what the goal, this is the vision, and let's make that happen. So again, also I always encourage, with the coaching part, or even if it's another realtor within your group that you guys want to hold each other accountable and just have those conversations more frequently, so it helps you stay on track. One thing that is going to be very critical as you're creating your planning, because it's going to be great. Now you have a goal, how many transactions you want to close, what's your GCI should be. So I will say on this section, it is your time management. So what do you put on your calendar, right? When are you going to be doing your lead generations? When are you going to be doing your follow-up? When are you going to be, if you are doing social media, when you're creating your content, editing, and and posting things, the clearer you can be as far as just when are you setting times for those activities is going to help you have a clear path and stay consistent into your goal and plans. Obviously, again, because we are CEO, we're entrepreneurs, our schedule is flexible, it's very easy for other people to come and try to mess your schedule. So take ownership and also, put boundaries. It is okay to say no if it's an activity that is not going to be getting closer to your vision, your goals, and your plans for that year. Obviously, you're CEO, flexible, and there's times to build relationships that are things that could happen even in the future. But if your priorities are set in your calendar, that definitely is going to be key of success for you in 2026. The next thing I want to talk about that I feel like, it's very easy sometimes, to start closing deal is manage your money. Again, just everything you can put in a spreadsheet, it can be on your computer, it can be in a piece of paper, however, whatever way that helps you. But understanding your money, understanding your commitment, your budgeting is going to help do I actually have more funding this month to maybe invest in more marketing, or there's some work in here that I do have extra funds that I could leverage other people to do it for me, because they are low hanging fruit, meaning they're a little bit easier that you can pass it on to someone else. Or the opposite, that this month things are a little bit more tight, maybe you need to put some things on your plate for you to do and to run your business smoothly. Also think about this. You're building, relationships with your clients. How are you going to maintain those relationships? Do you take your clients for lunch? Do you send them maybe randomly a little, Starbucks card for them? Hey, just thinking about you, just here $10, to warm up your day, in this raining season, wherever you're located. Just being creative, but also just understanding your numbers, your finances is going to definitely help you. Not having, moments, because, sometimes the business can fluctuate. Some months can be higher versus on other months, and that will help you just as much as possible. Again, these are all things to just help you create boundaries, create clarity and understanding of your business. And in the end of the day, it's going to help you. So you're eliminating stress where it's possible. So now that you have clarity, vision, goals, your plan, it is time to create processes and work on your systems. Sometimes you might be with a brokerage that have some systems available for you, and you need to take the time, to learn them. Other times you need to build your own, or a combination of both. Maybe your brokerage has some, and there's a ways that you like to, track things and systems. So here's systems when you think about it, your CRM, how you're going to be following up with your clients. Is there any automation that you can create in the life of the buyer journey or the seller journey that it can help you not have to repeat yourself constantly? So thinking of those things that actually can create automation in emails that could be sent out to your clients, that you can have that, ready to go. I know not every case is the same, but all of this is going to help you, be efficient with your time, and also stay in touch with your, current people that you already maybe closed the deal with, and you want to stay top of mind. But then also people that you have met, maybe have not purchased anything yet, or have, they're saying that they're now ready to sell, maybe after the holidays. So how you stay top of mind and not have to think about them every day to send an email, but you can create campaigns, you can create automation into your systems to help you do all of that. So now that you have built your plan, the most critical thing is going to be consistency. And this is where I think it's very awesome if you can break it down things into a quarterly, so you have time to adjust and pivot. So just, every quarter, like a CEO, review where is your budget, where is your marketing, what else do you need to maybe be doing? So from your lead generation strategies, are they all working, or is there something that you want to maybe try something different, or completely remove lead generation and add something new that you want to try? And I also recommend, if you're going to try a new lead generation, do that at least for a quarter, so like about 90 days, because if you're doing something for a week, even a month, sometimes you might not see the results right away, because I think in this business you're always planting seeds, but the consistency of that activity, it will build up, and eventually the harvest will come. And again, having that little moment, every quarter. It's going to take time for you to review and look into your business just as a whole, which I think is important to schedule that time, because we all know we can be busy and just go, just flow from one thing to the other. But this is just going to give you and get back into, clarity. Am I, staying on track? Is my vision is still aligning? And it's okay sometimes to make changes as well if it's needed. And the beauty part here, you are the CEO. You just need to get started. You won't be perfect, but this is the beauty about owning your own business. The more you do things with consistency, the better you're going to get at it. And you're going to understand your business a lot better by just having those pockets of time that you take to review and see where you're at. So here is my challenge for you. Let's get ready right now, this month, to start planning your goals for 2026. You are your CEO, you are the boss, you are in control, and you can do all of that. And if you need a little support, you need some coaching and help to get this started, definitely reach out to me. You can go in the description below and go to topagentwolfpack.com and schedule a call with me. But the most important thing, don't forget to put on the comment below planning 2026, so that we can send you the link that you can download the prompt to help you build your planning for this coming year. I want you to succeed. I believe in you. So let's plan, let's stay focused, because I know the success is guaranteed.